umbrella protection.
We take you back to earlier in the evening. This is our Madrid web camera looking off to the west, and this just runs in a continuous loop. Tornado hit the town of Woodward right around 4:34 p.m., between 4:34 and 4:40 p.m., and this time-lapse video you're seeing is of that storm as it moves through the area. The storm moves through Woodward, and just outside of town to the north and to the east begins to diminish, and at least for the time being, begins to rope out, as we say. Our Iowa State University web camera also catching a tornado. We'll put a pause point in right in here, and you can see the tornado beginning to form on the web camera, moving through the western and northwestern portions of Ames, tracking along the ground. Here it is a little bit later. You can see the tornado there reflected in the setting sun as it pushes off to the north and to the east. We take you now to current conditions, our downtown camera, and the other big story tonight, these high winds that are moving into central Iowa behind this line of thunderstorms. Right now, 53 degrees. The dew point at 40. We have west winds at 22. Plenty of gusts into the 40 to 50 mile per hour range at this time. Wind gusts from our SchoolNet sites today. These are the top 5. Fontenelle got to 60 miles per hour at around 6:33. Latimer just had a gust to 56 miles per hour. Plenty of higher gusts also in Manson, Creston, and Grimes. And these windy conditions will continue across central Iowa through the evening hours. Viper computer with a look at what's happening across the upper Midwest, the line of showers and thunderstorms that caused all the problems here in central Iowa, pushing off to the east. That line of strong weather to severe weather continues on south into southern portions of Missouri as well tonight. A wind advisory is in effect for much of the viewing area. This is overnight and through most of the day on Sunday. We also have a high wind warning for northwest Iowa where gusts exceeding 60 miles per hour are possible during the overnight. Now some cooler air is working in on these northwest winds. We'll broaden the view out now, and a pretty good area of low pressure now over southeastern Minnesota, dragging behind it this cold front, and it was right along this boundary that those strong storms formed this evening. Computer model has a look at the storms and takes them out of the viewing area. In fact, they've already pushed out of the state of Iowa. We'll see a sunny but a windy day tomorrow before we see another chance for light precipitation, some showers, perhaps mixing in with a few snowflakes on Monday evening as we're talking about some much cooler temperatures ahead. Forecast for tonight, 42 degrees, your low, windy overnight, west winds 20 to 25 miles per hour. For tomorrow, a high temperature of 52 degrees on a windy Sunday, northwest winds at 15 to 30 as that wind advisory continues. Again, some showers during the day on Monday, could see some snowflakes Monday evening. Highs this week as we return to real November weather will be in the 40s.
How often do you go from tornado to snow in 2 days?
That's why it's so much fun to do this job in Iowa. It changes.
Here we are in Iowa, exactly.
Thanks, Jason.
You bet.
Well, when you pick up the Sunday Des Moines Register, you'll read how some Iowa parents are taking...
Thanks for joining us tonight. John McLaughlin gave us a view of the tornado paths from the Iowa helicopter chopper during the day today when he was flying. This is a view of the paths, the maps put up by the National Weather Service, and we'll start you off down in Dallas County as the tornado formed southwest of Woodward near the town of Midburg, tracked up with F0 to F1 damage. And I'll show you just a few pieces of video. Of course, you've seen many of these already. This is Jeremiah Nance's video as the storm approaches the town of Woodward. You can see the wide circulation of that tornado on the ground. We have other video, of course. Our own storm chaser, Matt Versteeg, was near the town of Woodward as well. This is his video as that tornado through the town of Woodward. That tornado progresses as the storm moves off to the east. We were also showing you live on the air as that tornado tracked through the town of Woodward from our Madrid web camera looking off to the west, the tornado on the ground, then dissipating at least briefly as it moved to the northeast of Woodward. It lifted and then reformed near the town of Luther, and one of our interns, Rusty Lord, an Iowa State student, and some friends of his, Elise and Jake, caught the storm as it reformed and retouched the ground near the town of Luther, continued off to the north and to the east. Now we take you farther north. Now this is the same storm. It did touch down again. Our Iowa State University web camera had a look at that as it touched down on the northwestern side of Ames. And there you see the tornado forming, tracking off to the north as it moves through the northwestern portion of Ames, continued off to the north. It did eventually lift once again, but then dropped and continued on its path for a while off to the north and to the east. Again, scattered F2 damage, F0 and F1 damage along with that storm. Finally, a second storm farther to the northwest. A couple of damage pictures from the town of Stratford where we did see significant damage. Verizon storm cam video. John McLaughlin snapping this picture of significant building damage earlier. Another picture of the damage from the town of Stratford there. And again, significant building damage in other portions of the town there. Now we'll continue on and take a look at what's happening outside right now. Current conditions, 37 degrees, so some chilly air has worked in behind these storms on what were some gusty winds overnight. Wind gusts from our SchoolNet sites close to 60 miles an hour overnight. We are in the 20s right now in north central Iowa. We broaden out the view around the region. Look at those chilly temperatures to the north. Satellite and radar picture, another system is approaching from the northwest. This one will bring us a chance of rain and a little bit of snow as we move into the work week. Predictor computer model with a look at that. We take you through the night. Clouds begin to spread in, and then on Monday, wouldn't be surprised to see a raindrop or two, but look Tuesday morning, that rain begins to mix in with some freezing precipitation and some snow. It continues through the day on Tuesday. With the ground warming, a lot of that snow is only going to accumulate on grassy areas, but for now, by the time things are said and done, we could see anywhere from 0 to 2 inches in portions of the viewing area. Now, this forecast will likely change, but do expect some accumulating snow during the day on Tuesday. 31 for a low tonight. Northwest winds at 5 to 15. For tomorrow, scattered showers, especially in northwest Iowa, a possibility. It'll be a cloudy day. It'll be a cooler day. The high 49 degrees. Southeast winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Your 5-day forecast, that rain-snow mix on Tuesday, a high of only 35 degrees on Wednesday, 40 by Thursday. Another chance of a light mix in your forecast for Friday. So what a change from tornadoes to snow in our 5-day outlook.
It's amazing.
We saw in some, I'm sorry, we saw in some of your paths it says F1, F2 damage. Was there ever any F3 damage?
No, not at least officially from the National Weather Service. They just completed that damage survey late this afternoon and this evening.
All right, thanks, Jason. Well, coming up in tomorrow's